look here. I'm going to share the screen. Hi, everybody. I thought I would do a little report on this full moon lunar eclipse that's coming May 26th. It's in about a week. And there are a lot of reports out on it. So I kind of was like, do we need another astro report about this new moon, this full moon solar eclipse? Sorry, lunar eclipse. And then I thought, yes, because something interesting happened. I'm starting to see this eclipse now. I'm starting to see how it's playing out in my life and in the life of a lot of other people that I work with. So I thought I would take a nice dig in on it and take a look at it. And this is going to be in the sign, this is a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. So here we have the moon in Sagittarius. There's the sun in Gemini. And in astrology, we're always dealing with these polarities in the energies. There's always, like for instance, Pisces and Virgo. All these planets have a polarizing relationship with the opposite sign. But there's a balance, a seeking balance of these two forces. And most of them are the ethereal and the material. The ethereal and the material, because that's basically what we are. We're either ethereal or there's the ethereal and the material, if you want to really simplify the entire existence of the universe into two words, ethereal, material. And so when you are too much in the material, we suffer, we're too attached to things, or security-based choices that we make are often very much based into create some material security for ourselves. Well, in this eclipse, there's going to be information coming in, because there's the North Node that shifts everyone onto their true nodes, their true purposes, because they become awakened to the need for a more ethereal balance in their life. And in some way, shape, or form, depending on the house that it lands for you, where the moon is going to land and the sun, this polarity access, how it's going to happen in your life, is going to shift you and upgrade you to become more in alignment with an emotional soul truth, with incorporating more of the ethereal into your life. And so that we become more spiritual, less material. So we're balancing out, right? That's what eclipses do, is they balance you onto your true path. If you're way off path and you're way off, because what happens is in our headspace, we make choices that are not necessarily aligned with our inner truth. And the planets are always trying to help us, back onto the true course, onto our true North Node course. And a lot of times our belief system, what we think, is what's limiting us and what's keeping us out of alignment. And this is interesting because I watched a show last night on Gaia about how the ancients connected to the ethereal world, how they spoke with spirit, how they spoke with the higher dimensions. And I was expecting to see something sort of out of this world, like levitation or something. And instead they showed me all these, they showed everyone these cards, and it was like this, like a full deck of tarot with all these images, but they weren't tarot images. They were like signs and symbols that almost like, what do you call it? Hieroglyphics almost. And I just was going, oh my gosh. So that was information, right? Media information that shifted me on a very deep level, emotional level, that moon, that really shifted my beliefs around divination and card reading. And I suddenly saw it as a needed tool for the ascension experience, because the ascension experience simply means to become less prioritized on the material and more prioritized on the ethereal. And the more we balance into the ethereal, the less we suffer in the material. And astrology is always trying to help us suffer less. And so during this eclipse, you might discover, like, it could be in the 6th house. For me, I've been having some pains in my body. I may have to quit more sugar. So there might be something that occurs that wakes you up to making a shift. But also for me, the big shift, and I'm seeing this in people that I work with, I'm seeing shifts occurring in their lives, really big, mega belief shifts, like about money, about the importance of certain security-based choices having very, very sort of limiting experience, creating a limitation in their lives, and a feeling of almost lack of life, you know. So, and Sagittarius is the energy of inspiration, don't forget. So it's philosophy, it's religion, it's spiritualism, it's connecting to other forms of thought. It's like breaking the boundary of the current thinking to expand thinking. And how do we expand thinking? Well, we have to go beyond the material, we have to go up into the ethereal. And then that shifts the material, right? Because as above, so below. So we're always really, in the ancients, were so abundant because they knew the power of working with the ethereal in grounding the new material. So we changed the 3D by working with the 5D. So this is going to be an informative time, I think, on the collective mass consciousness. We're going to shift to a more upgraded spiritual belief, or in faith, having more trust in a faith, because this is faith. Sagittarius is having faith in your inspiration, that which inspires you, have faith in it. Knowledge is going to come in that tells you you can have faith in it, it's safe, but also information coming in that might change your mind about what you have believed. And now you will make that new belief system. You might change your mind. Information, new information coming in, the nodes, hitting the node, south node on the emotionally letting go of that which we're emotionally attached to. Information shedding that, making you feel more in faith and more courage about stepping into a more ethereally focused approach to living, which means more faith in the unknown and in the unseen, and that which is around the corner. You see, that's what divination does, is it helps you see around the corner so that you can feel grounded. It helps you feel more secure, but also it can help you make the right choices and align you consciously that which is happening universally, and you are a part of the universe, and your heart space knows your place in the alignment of the universe. It's just that our heads throw us off. So these forms of divination align us mentally, consciously with that which we heart space want to materialize. So it happens better, happens easier. And with faith, of course, it happens much faster because you have to believe in it in order for it to align down here. So there's going to be a shift in the belief systems. You know, some people might quit a religion and adapt a more philosophical approach to living. You know, there's going to be a much more adventure, and you know, Sagittarius is travel and adventure. So we're looking at sort of freeing your life up to a more, see, sadness, adventure. You know, we've all been a bit cooped in, so a sense of adventure is going to bring everyone a lot of joy. So the Sagittarius eclipse will bring a lot of hope for adventure. And, you know, what else are we getting here? Your dreams need a practical plan. So strategizing the new belief system, putting a strategy to it, communicating, taking it out into the world like I am, talking about it. Bringing spiritualism more out into the public arena, communications, belief system shifting. It's going to be there's going to be a paradigm shift because we've got Jupiter at 0 degrees. Oh, now it's at 1 degree. So it's like, I would say people are really taking initiative to have faith in the unseen and in choosing choices without an unseen sense of security, because the world is changing. The choices we all made before were based on the way things were, and they seemed like secure choices on what was happening. Well, now we're going to make choices on what we don't see, and we're going to put faith in it because we have to live more liberated. Otherwise, you know, we always have to reach and expand and grow. And when these are very material times that we're growing out of. So we're always going to become more ethereal, less material in all of these shifts, because we're evolving into a more enlightened timeline for humanity. So if you have a hard time during this eclipse, it's because there is a shift and change. See, look at that, powerful new changes that are more in alignment with what's spiritually right for your soul, more in alignment with your soul. Don't forget, Pluto's in retrograde, making you connected to your soul's truth. Letting go of anything that was blocking expansion, any old rigid beliefs that were blocking you. I know that seeing that Gaia show really, really opened up my understanding of divination to a whole nother level. I'm just going to take it up. I'm going to expand my grid. I'm going to do a health grid. You know, it really fascinated me to the point of even deeper interest in it. So even though I tend to dedicate my work towards spiritual, helping people align spiritually with their true purpose in life and plan and relationships and all that, I'm definitely going through that too. And I'm becoming more spiritual even. Well, in the sense that I see the practical application of it and how to use it to help us more, as the ancients did. It created a lot of abundance. It creates a lot more abundance. In a more balanced society of the two forces, you have more abundance. So I hope that was informative. Thank you so much for watching, and namaste.